Well, hello and welcome to Resonance. That is your tarot reading. Make that tarot plus. Its purpose is simple. Find and activate your matrix energy. Very, very simple to do. So let's talk about what resonance is. It's the occurrence of a vibrating object causing another object to vibrate at a higher amplitude. Resonance happens when the frequency of the initial object's vibration matches the resonant frequency or natural frequency of the second object. In other words, the two get into a kind of harmony, and in so doing, they multiply their effectiveness. Pretty nifty stuff, I think. So, using tarot as your ultimate destination, we use astrology and numerology as your metaphysical GPS, guiding you to your spiritual destination. The tarot frequency, that is where you resonate at your manifesting best, is what we're looking to activate. Combining all of these things together help to do that. You begin to tap into your kryptonite, your ultimate power base, the power of spiritually based imagination. But let's get into that just a little bit more. What is really manifesting? It is your kryptonite. It is your strength. It's God given. Real simple. Manifesting is believing before seeing. You have the picture upstairs, but that's all you have. Not a big deal. Because if you do it right, it will materialize. Now, a lot of people say that's kind of crazy because I manifest all the time. I say all the affirmations and stuff, and nothing happens. Well, that's because you don't really believe in your capability. You don't believe in that kryptonite energy. And so your words are all positive, but you don't believe it. So you get negative stuff, and when you get the negative stuff, you go, "See, I told you. I can't do it." No, you're doing it just fine, just negatively. We try to help you out in that regard. Here's the podcast prologue, kind of setting up the reading for today. It's called The Fork in the Road. With many of the faraway planets changing signs in the spring, you will be confronted with at least two choices, maybe more, but at least two, and you're going to have to decide which one to choose. The one that appears to give you freedom also has a very high price tag, and the other one looks like it's small time. Well, might be the answer to a big time problem. You got to figure that out for yourself. It's different for everybody, but figure it out on your own terms. Don't listen to the politicians, don't listen to the experts, don't listen to yourself. It will help you choose much more wisely. Remember, manifesting is a gift from birth. We all have it. We tend to use it negatively. We tend never really to believe in our potential. Well, the purpose of this reading is to get your spirit to resonate with that potential. Okay? We want those frequencies to match to help you step into your imagination. Not on AI, not on a desktop, laptop, out of your own brain, creating your own destiny. And today's resonating energy is really, really simple. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's really kind of what we're left with. Or at least that's what it's going to feel like. Which way do I go? It's going to be tough either way. And you're right, it is going to be tough either way. There's no question about that. But life is like that. So today's resonating energy is damned if I do, damned if I don't. With that theme, why don't we kind of back it up a little bit with some additional information? Let's see if we can't fire up your kryptonite energy. This is the kind of information that will help you to grow that positivity. I call it liberty and death, and the reason I do is because that expression comes from Patrick Henry. He was an American revolutionary father, and he was very instrumental because back in 1776, 1775, 1776, America was in much the same psychic place it is today. And that was very simply because Pluto and Uranus were one spot in the sky. It takes Pluto 250 years to go around our solar system, takes Uranus about 84, 85. But you do that 3 times with Uranus, and guess what happens? 250 years later, they're in the exact same spot again. Pluto did that about a year or two ago. Uranus did that about a year ago. Next summer is going to be our 250th anniversary as a country, if we make it. So the energy is back. Pluto, evolution. Uranus, revolution, just like it was in 1776. And the guy who really kind of helped fire up the founding fathers was this Patrick Henry guy. He was a tremendous orator. And he gave this speech as they were getting ready to do the Bill of Rights Declaration and all that stuff. They were logjammed. They were just politicians are politicians, okay? Doesn't make any difference what era they come from. Mark Twain said it best. Politicians are like diapers. You got to change them often for the same reason. I mean, it's the mentality of politicians. So someone comes along like Patrick Henry who gives this tremendous speech, fired up, patriotism, energy. And at the end of the speech, he says, people are crying for peace, peace, but there can be no peace. For me, give me liberty or give me death. That fired him up. And so coming up in 2026, you got to pick your poison. Every choice we make has a price tag. There are no freebies. Nothing is free. And chosen or not chosen, if you want to take it safe and easy, nothing's guaranteed. You may think on the surface, well, this is the safest thing, and then come to find out it's totally opposite of that. Still, you are going to have to make a choice in 2026. Read this small print. May not be easy, but remember, whatever you choose is going to have long-term repercussions. This is that fork in the road. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's the way it works out. There are, again, no shortcuts. There weren't in 1776, not now either. So that paints a little mental picture in your head. And if a picture is worth 1,000 words, let's take a look at images to help you out resonate with the energy in your higher imagination. We have insight number 1. This is a scary one, and I decided to throw it because it's something that we're dealing with, and I think something we're going to have to deal with. We can't sidestep it. Multicultural invasions are pushed by Zionists all the time. Latest one is Barbara Lerner Specter, who calls for the destruction of Christian European ethnic societies. Bolsheviks, by the way, who were Zionist Jews, 1917 Russian Revolt, they killed about 60 million Christians. Zionists, especially Jews in general, just don't like Christians because we hold them accountable. And they don't like that. Absolutely don't like it. But their attitude is plain and clear. We Jews will lead the multiculturalization of Europe, the homogenation, a huge transformation in Europe. These people are up to no good. How about if we go to insight number 2? A lie only survives because people defend it. They're more comfortable in lying to themselves. They can't take the truth. They can't take the responsibility. So they just lie about it, thinking, hey, remember, this is the year where we got the fork in the road. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't care if it looks like a big decision. It may not be as big as it looks. I don't care if it's a small decision. It may not be as small as it looks. But either way, think long term. So again, remember, Lies only survive when people defend them. And man, we got them stepping up left, right, and center. Not good. And manifesting insight number 3, I just had to put this little picture here, this little meme. This is how we live. Whether you see it in our faces or not, whether you see it in our posture or not, whether you hear it in our language or not, this is what everybody looks like inside. And that's the energy of 2026. Fork in the road, you got to make a decision. Sorry. Got to do it. That's the destiny. You can't sidestep it. So get to it. Let's do the star script, the astrology. The universe is talking. What is it saying? 2026, change, choice, and challenge. As I said, you're facing a cosmic fork in the road. All 3 actions will make it a very tricky year. And no matter what you decide, or don't decide, because a non-decision is a decision, be ready for the long haul. This decision or indecision in 2026 is going to leave marks. And then we go to the tarot. It's in the cards. Queen of Cups is where we start. She's intuitive. She's gentle. That's what you need to be with yourself. You need to go, okay, look. If I lean too hard, if I'm too serious, if I'm too focused, that's going to cramp my style. I'm not going to make a good decision because I'm just in a knot. Can't do that. Relax. Take a deep breath. Pat myself on the back and say, hey, look. Close your eyes. Listen to your inner voice. And then decide, knowing that you made the best decision. Are you going to have to change it, adapt it a little? Yeah. That's with most decisions. Next card up is the Lover's card. Doesn't have to do with romance. It has to do with creating a loving relationship with yourself. Remember, if you're going to focus on the Queen of Cups energy, you got to be positive and gentle. How can you do that if you're not in a loving relationship with yourself? And if you don't love yourself, guess what? You can't love anybody else. You can't connect with anybody else. You know that by now. So it's all connected. And the final card is the Fool card. It is my favorite card in the tarot because it's all about faith. Here's this guy standing on the edge of a cliff. He has nothing. He's got a little knapsack of flour, got a dog, pet. That's it. But he's got optimism. He's got belief. How can he do that? Well, he has a loving relationship with himself, the universe, God. He's intuitive. He's gentle. And in that position, he will naturally make the right decisions. Ain't always going to feel that way, but it'll turn out that way in the long run. We're out of time today. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it when we get together. I'm going to get in my chair and skate away. We'll do this all again tomorrow. Hey, please remember to like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. They're doing really strange stuff. I was just listening to some stuff as I was putting a podcast together, and all kinds of strange stuff was happening on the internet. Stop, start, disappear, come back. They're messing. Please help us, podcasters all. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, peace and blessings.